So after Joao, we have Love and Beecham, and then if Olsen gets his car fixed on his competition timeout, he'll be coming out as well.
Yep.
This is a sight lap, so this will not be judged. You're just going to be out there testing the surface, and again with the burnout right through the chicane.
All right, so as Joao is on the course.
Yeah, he's going for it on his...
Does he know it's a sight lap?
He told the starter that it's a sight lap, so we'll see. Yeah, he's shutting it down right here. But he was definitely testing every aspect of that run.
No tire left, but great sight lap run.
He's going to need some new tires before his qualifying lap.
So here are 8 drivers, and only the top 4 will continue on to join the other 28 drivers. So there it is. So Forsberg's guaranteed in. Adam LZ, I believe. So LZ does trump power due to score, but right now it's all Joao Berrion. So again, top 4 out of the 8. Joao Berrion and 88. All right, now this is definitely not a sight lap. Joao rides that bank problem. Wow, look out! Stiff that suspension.
Yeah,
Slams it.
Something
boy.
broke as he came down off the bank.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's going to be an incomplete for Joao. He did have a 78 on his first run, but that does not better the other 4 scores, 89, 87, 80, and 87. So that means Joao and that Monster Energy Barbarious Corvette.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what occurred there on the track, but we're going to see if the gentlemen that are talking to him now can maybe relay a bit of information to us about what happened as soon as they get an answer from Joao himself.
Yeah, his spotter doesn't even know. He's not the sheriff. Just tell him, don't know. If there was an emoji, if I could paint a picture, it was the shrugging shoulders, hands up in the air emoji.
So the interesting thing about this is, you mentioned earlier, this is the risk of taking your sight lap.
Yeah.
This is the second driver to have that issue in a row. So let's watch.
I think it's a case of bad luck. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, they have enough tire, but the car, when it slammed down.
Yeah, it looked like something occurred. Maybe
suspension even, and he dragged something. Look at that thing rocked down.
Yeah, like you said, it looked very stiffly sprung.
I think it's suspension because like something. Look at something dragging there on the right.
It won't start, so maybe it's a mechanical engine-wise, not a suspension or anything like that.
What's the attitude?
Oh yeah, the car turned off.
Yeah.
Wow, that's no good.
Jump a Corvette, it'll be fun, they said. But it definitely was going from the bank to the flat.
Yeah,
it happened prior.
Because he was on throttle after that, and then kind of went over the jump. The car shut off, and it seems to not want to start again. So they're towing him off now, and they will get to check it in the pit area. But unfortunately, he will be eliminated from competition as he has an incomplete on this run. And like you said, Jared, the score he had on his first run won't be able to carry him in.
Does not supersede an 80, 87, 87, or an 89 of the other 4 drivers that have had their second runs.
So unfortunately, his weekend is over.
Yep. So with that, Forsberg is locked in. He will have a from these 2 veterans. Always a crowd favorite. Both these guys. Again, Forsberg versus Gittin. And away they go. Here we go. Forsberg and Gittin here at top 32, and all right, so let's take a look here. Don't know exactly what happened. Oh, looks like Forsberg did hit a cone. Oh.
Yeah, he hit a cone. It didn't fall over, but it fell out of the box. We talked about this explicitly in the drivers' meeting too, is if you get a restart, don't slam on the brakes. But now we've got a little bit of damage here to Gittin's car, so obviously he's not going to be at fault for that. Hopefully it's just cosmetic, and it will be a strike for Chris Forsberg.
All right, looks like they're going to assure that it's just cosmetic, nothing major. So again, this is a strike against Forsberg. He did hit a cone, and there is a restart light that's placed right before entry. There's actually two. So here's a replay of it. You see Forsberg hit that cone, lights hit. Forsberg, I think he just slowed down tremendously.
Yeah, I mean, both guys are coming out of the gate really fast, and the chase driver in particular is trying to not let that lead car get too far out ahead of him. So when we have the light go off like that, it's beneficial to both parties just to try to make sure you can avoid each other. And there it is again. You see if it gets knocked out of the box, that's where the restart comes into play. But now that we've got a collision out on course, it's going to mean some touch-up work here for Gittin and his team. It looks like they've got hands on the vehicle.
Yeah, and I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think they're going to get penalized for getting hands on the vehicle. No competition timeout needed, just some random contact.
Yeah, no, they won't get penalized. They won't have to use a competition timeout. If this was actually in competition, this would be fault to Chris Forsberg. But obviously, because that run is not being judged, they're just going to be able to make sure that the vehicle is functioning properly, and no harm, no foul, except for the strike going to Chris.
All right, so there is the contact, and it looks like they just ended up taking the bumper off. And we have yet to see a battle here.
Sounds like Vaughn's car is fine. We're just gonna run it.
Okay, so
Restart. It's a strike on Chris, right? Yes, a strike on Chris.
all right, Ryan, looks like Vaughn's ready to go, just sans that front bumper, and I can overhear you talking with our officials, and basically, go ahead.
Yeah, they just wanted to let us know what was going on with Vaughn and his team, checking out the vehicle. Like we said, it is confirmed that it's a strike against Chris, which is, he's got 3 of those, so that's not going to be too big of a deal. There's not anything other than cosmetic damage to Vaughn's car. He's good to go. He's agreed. And so we're going to run the pair and restart the battle.
All right. We got Lontaine on the mic over here, too. What's up?
It's interesting that this is the first time this has ever happened. We talk about it in the
Right.
drivers' meeting. I kind of joke about it, like, hey, guys, don't, slam into each other when the light goes off, and it actually happened. So first time for everything, right here it happened.
And it looked like they were checking out the back end of Chris Forsberg's vehicle, and that was just a quick assessment, and looks like they are ready to run. Let's go and send them. So again, let's get this battle going here. Nexen Tire, top 32, Chris Forsberg, NOS Energy Drink, Nissan 370Z on Nexen Tires, Vaughn Gittin Jr., the Monster Energy, Nitto Tire, Ford Performance, Mustang RTR. Here we go. 4 championships between the 2 of these guys. Who's going to come out on top? We got a clean start. Chris Forsberg initiates into the bank. Vaughn Gittin Jr. dropping down a little bit there as Forsberg brings it down into that first front clip. Forsberg is about the 2nd hash mark. Now getting out to that 2nd outer zone. Forsberg and Gittin, the first portion of this battle.
Well, Jared, we've definitely seen a lot of work in the offseason that Chris has done to this vehicle. You can see it's running pretty strong here. He's nice and high on the bank. Vaughn down just a little bit lower here, now trying to close the door. Brings the gap in a little bit closer here, but then some separation coming through this center section. Chris on that 2nd hash mark of that inside clip. Vaughn about a 2-3 car lengths back, and then closing it there towards the finish line. So you've seen run 1, run 2 up next with Vaughn in the lead position.
All right, so a little bit of debris out there on the course, so pick that up really quick. Go, Larry, go. Here's the second half of this battle. Who's going to come out on top? Where are my Vaughn Gittin Jr. fans at? Make some noise. Where are my Chris Forsberg fans at? Make some noise. Where are my drifting fans at? Make some noise. Here we go, Vaughn Gittin Jr., Chris Forsberg. Vaughn initiates. Three-wheel motion in effect. Forsberg massaging his vehicle to get to the door of Vaughn Gittin Jr. Looks like Forsberg, a little correction there in that chase position. Vaughn, whoa, gets all the way out to that second outer zone. Forsberg right there in tow. Make some noise for Vaughn Gittin Jr. and Chris Forsberg. Ryan, break it down.
Well, interesting battle here, Jared. Overall, let's take a look at the second half of this run with Vaughn in the lead position. Chris cutting behind there, both initiating at the same time. You can see Chris doing a great job trying to keep close but stay on the same line as Vaughn. Vaughn through the inside section, nice job there. Chris losing a little bit of angle compared to Vaughn during that section, but you can see Vaughn actually going up off course with that right rear wheel. And then again here, Chris keeping proximity there towards the end. So you've seen run 1 and 2, and now it's in the judges' hands. Interesting battle the way it started, and solid competition here between these two champions.
All right, so the two drivers await. As you said, Vaughn Gittin Jr., former champion. Chris Forsberg, former 3-time champion. All right, so the scores are in. Slide them left for Vaughn, slide them right for Chris. Ryan says Chris Forsberg, Andy, and Brian. Chris Forsberg gets the win. Forsberg gets the win. So congratulations to Forsberg. Unfortunately, Vaughn Gittin Jr. knocked out